A very good morning, students. I hope you all are doing good, and in today's class we'll be doing tenses. In yesterday's class we did verbs, and today we will do tenses. So it is very important to understand verbs before we do the tenses. So if you are not clear about verbs, then you will not be able to understand tense also. So it is very important to watch the previous video, yesterday's video, before you move on with tenses. So these are tenses. Let's see what are tenses first. Tenses are words that are used to refer time. So when you want to talk about the time, we use the tenses in the sentence. By using tenses, you can refer to either the past, the present, or the future. Tenses are shown by the form of the verbs used. So that is why I said verbs are important. Verbs, they are used to show tense. That is the time. At what time something is happening, whether it is happening in the present or it is happening in the past or it is going to happen in the future. So this will be determined by seeing the verb of the sentence. In a sentence, you will look at the verb which has been used there, and then you will understand whether we are talking about the present tense, past tense, or the future tense. So let's see. Let's start with past tense. Things that have already happened are known as past tense. So things which have already happened in your past time, they are called past tense. The past simple is used to express a finished action in the past. Some action which has already been finished in the past. When you are talking about that, the tense which we use is the past simple tense. For example, we played volleyball last Sunday. I worked in the London from 1984 to 1989. John left 2 minutes ago. So these words, these are the original words: play, work, and leave. These are the original word. But when these are actually the verbs, these are the actual verbs. But when you are talking in the past tense, when something is already happened, the form of verb, it changes into this. It becomes played. Earlier it was play, then it become played. So why this change is taking place? Why are we changing the word, the spelling? Why are we changing the spelling? Because here it is denoting the present tense, and when you add ed, it is denoting the past tense, simple past tense. So this is the reason why we are changing the spellings of the word and changing these verbs. This is a verb and this is also a verb, but this is the different form of verb and this is the different form of verb. We'll see what form of verb these are. So that's how we change a verb according to the tense, and the verb, it tells us the tense of the sentence, in what time we are talking, whether we are talking about something that is happening in the present moment, whether we are talking about something that is going to happen in the future, or we are talking about something which has already happened in the past. The past tense is often used with the time past expressions like last year, last month, 5 years ago, yesterday morning, or in the 1945. So other than verbs, students, in order to understand whether the sentence is written in the present tense or in the past tense, sometimes a blank is given here. The verb is not given. You have to write the verb. Then what you will do? How will you understand whether the sentence is in present tense or it is in the past tense? How you will understand? You will check for these expressions, these words, other words in the sentence which tell you whether something is happening in the present, past or future. Last Sunday. It clearly means that it is the Sunday which is in the past, which has already happened. This Sunday, it's gone. Last Sunday, it means it's the previous Sunday, not the upcoming Sunday, not the Sunday that we are having today. No, it's the Sunday which is already gone. So this is in past. So that is why we will use a verb here which denotes the past tense. Now in the second sentence also you will see, I worked in London from 1984 to 1989. This is the starting point, this is the ending point. So this has already happened in the past. 1984 and 1989, they are gone. They're already gone. They are in our past. So that is why the verb we will use here will be in the past tense. John left 2 minutes ago. Ago means he left in the past. In the past, he is already gone. He left 2 minutes ago. So we will use the verb in the past tense. So these expressions of past which tells us that the sentence is being written in the past, like last year, last month, 5 years ago, yesterday morning, in 1945. All this will help you to understand whether the sentence is in present or in past. Now, let's see. We saw how verb is used here. We saw how verbs are used here to denote the tense. Now we will see the forms of verb, the verb classification. The verb. How can be verbs classified according to the way they form their past tense? So, you read these examples of played, worked and left. You will see here, you will see that in played, the original word is play and we have added ed. Here in worked, the original word is work and we have added ed to make the word in the present tense, to make a present tense verb. Now left, it's different. The original word was leave. We have not added ed. We have not added ed. Why? In all other words we were adding ed, all other base verbs. In all the other base verbs we were adding ed to make the past tense. But here in leave we are not adding ed, we are writing left. We are changing the entire word. From leave it's left. This is the present tense and this is the past tense. Suddenly the past tense, it is not being formed by adding ed. The entire word is changing. Why this is happening, student? This is happening because the verb, it can't just be converted into past tense by adding ed. Sometimes the entire word is changed, a new word is used or some other rule is used. So that is why verb is classified into regular verb and irregular verb. Those which are formed by adding ed in the base verb are regular verbs. But sometimes the base verb is different and the past tense is entirely different word. This is a different word, this is a different word. So it is called irregular verb. But regular verbs are simple. We only take the original word and we add ed and it becomes the past tense. Let's see some examples. Let's read the following list of past tense verbs which are regular and which are irregular. You have to tell me. See, walked. The original word is walk and we have added ed. So when you add ed and you are done with making the past tense, it's already the past tense, then it is the regular verb. A simple rule has been followed. Studied. The original word is study, and we have removed y and added ied. So it is also regular because we are having the original word here. Taught. Can you think what is the original word? It is the past form of what verb? Of teach. Teach is in present, and in for past we use taught. So it is irregular. No ed has been added. A completely different rule has been used. The word has been changed. So irregular verb. Gave. The original, the present tense is give. And for making it past tense, we have written gave. We have not added ed. So it is irregular verb. Became. The original word is become. From become, it became. So became is also irregular. No ed has been added. A different rule has been used. Cried. See, the original word is cry. And from cry, we made cried. So it is regular. The original word is live. From live, we made lived. So it is also regular. From do, we are making did. So it is irregular. It is not, see, no ed has been added. Do it is not a word. It's did. Why? Because it's irregular verb. And you will have to remember these irregular verb. There is no solution to it. You'll have to remember that become becomes became in the past tense. Then do becomes did in the past tense. Teach becomes taught in the past tense. So this you'll have to remember because they're not following any rule. Other than that, walked, played, all these, they follow the rule. So they are not that difficult for you. You will easily remember them. Live, lived, cry, cried, study, studied, walk, walked, play, played. These are the easy ones. But other than that, the irregular ones, you will have to remember because they're not following the rules. Now, that was about some irregular verbs. Let's see regular verbs. There are some rules in the regular verbs. Like add ed to the base form. I have already told you that you will add ed to the base verb. The original word is the base verb. You will add ed. Like play is the original word in the present tense. And if you will add ed, it will become the past tense of play. So these are some rules for changing the present tense into the past tense. You will add ed. If the verb is ending with e, we will simply add d. These are again some rules. If it's ending with e, we will add only d. Like stop and if the verb is ending with e, we will add d. If it is ending with consonant preceded by a vowel, then you will double the final consonant. See, what is it saying is, in the end, a consonant is coming and before that a vowel is coming. So when this happens, you will double the consonant. Like double consonant will be used and ed will be added. So this is also a rule. If the verb is ending with y, you will drop the y, you will remove the y and you will write I plus ed. At the place of y, you will write I and ed. So these are some rules for regular verbs. Not in every situation you are adding ed only, but how you will write the spelling, for that some rules are there. If it is ending with a consonant but a vowel is coming before that, then you will double the consonant. If only e is coming in the end, then you will add ed. If y is coming, then you will drop the y, you will write ied. So these are the rules for changing the spelling. But generally we are adding ed only. We are adding ed and we are getting the past tense. See, listen, jumped, jump, walk, play. All these can be made into their past tense by adding ed. Listened, jumped, walked and played, like this. Open will become opened. Close will become closed. Laugh will become laughed. Count will become counted. And this is the present tense and counted is the past tense. Laugh is the present tense. Laughed is the past tense. Open is in the present tense. Opened is in past tense. Clear, students? These are the base verbs, the original words. They are used in the present tense. But by adding ed, we make the past tense form. Now you have to tell me the past tense form of these words. Dance, danced. Plan, planned. Clean, cleaned. Type, typed. Only ed will be added. So like this you will solve this. See here y is here. When y is here you will remove the y and you will write IED. You will remove the y. Studied, shopped, looked, played. Again y is here. Remove the y. Write IED. Stop. See P is here. A consonant is here. And a vowel is coming before it. So stopped. Washed, worked, shaved. Y is here. Remove the y. IED. Carried. Listened. E is here and a consonant is here. So we'll remove, repeat the N. Turned, asked, answered, pushed, waited. So simply you will add the ed. So that is why the regular verbs are easy, because you are only adding the ed in it. Now look at these verbs and tell me whether they are regular or irregular. Danced, played, went, read. So danced is regular because only ed has been added. Played is regular, ed has been added. Went is there is no ed has been added. It is irregular. Read, irregular. Wrote, irregular. Cut, irregular. Come, came, irregular. Bring, brought, irregular. Like, liked, regular. Ed has been added. So that is how you will understand regular verbs and irregular verbs. Irregular verbs, it's your responsibility to learn them. And regular verb, they are following the rules. Even if you don't remember them, you'll automatically get to know the past form. But irregular ones, you will have to remember. Why is dance a regular verb? Why is sing an irregular verb? Why, students? Because dance can be converted into past tense by adding ed, danced. But sing cannot be converted into the past tense by adding ed. We'll have to write sang. Sing, sang. Then only it will become past tense. Why is watch a regular verb? Why is eat an irregular verb? See, watch can be made into past tense by adding ed. Eat will change its spelling. It will become ate. Eat will become ate, ate. Some irregular verbs we'll check out now. The three most important irregular verbs are be, have, and do. These are very important. Be is the most difficult because its forms are different depending on the subject. The be, it has many other forms also. The form which we will use, it will depend on the subject of the sentence. Who is the subject and who is the object? See, in a sentence, if you are the one who is talking about something, then you are the subject. And the object is about what something is being talked about, or about, for example, you are throwing a ball. So the action of throwing, it is being done on the ball. So it is the object. And who is doing that action? You. So you are the subject. See, you are throwing the ball. Okay. So throwing is the action. It is the verb. So you will see this action is happening on what thing? It is happening on the ball. What is being thrown? The ball. So ball is the object. And who is throwing that ball? Who is doing that action? You. So you is the subject in the sentence. So according to the subject of the sentence can be I, he, she, it, you, we, they. Here also you is the subject. So according to that, the form of be will be used. So that is why it becomes a little bit confusing because every time you have to see for the subject and what kind of subject that is, and then you will use the form of the be. Like with I, he, she and it, we use was, and with you, we and they, we use were. This is the rule. We have also done it in the, I guess, the chapter verb, that you, we, they, plural basically, plural, we will use were. Plural past tense, we will use were. And if it's a singular pronoun in past tense, we will use was. I, he, she, it, they are one person, singular, and they are in the past. Then we will use was. You, we, they are plural, and in the past, then we will use were. See, you will say that if I am talking about one person, you, then it's singular. But generally, we consider that you, it's singular also, it's plural also. If I say, this has been done by you all, it means that I am talking about a plural group, not a singular person. If I say I am talking to you, it means I'm talking about a singular condition. So that is why we have kept it in plural, because it works as both. So for plural were and for singular was. Make sure that you check that the sentence is in past tense. Then only was or verb will be used. These are the form of be, and they depend on the subject of the sentence. Have and do. Other than be, we are having two more important regular verbs, irregular verbs. Have and do. The base form of have, the base form is have or has, and the base form of do is do or does. In the present tense, they are used as have or has. Has is used for singular, have is used for plural, and when you have to change it into past tense, what will happen? Has or have, it will become had. Do and does, they will become did. So these are the most common irregular verb and most important irregular verb. You will be using them so many times in your life that you need to understand it very properly. So have and has, in the past tense they become had, and do and does, it becomes did. Other irregular verbs, like verbs which don't change, like cut, hit, fit. In the chapter verb also we did, I guess, that these are the verbs which do not change their form in the present also and in the past also, and sometimes in the past participle also they don't change their form. Verb which change their vowel, like get, the e becomes o, get, got. Sit, I becomes a, sit, sat. Drink, drank. So this is also a rule for irregular verb. Irregular verb, they don't have a rule. Generally, they don't have a rule. But yes, we have found some of the rules in groups. Like this group is following a particular rule, this is following a particular rule. But there is no one fixed rule for irregular verbs. That is why they are called irregular, not regular. They are not regular. Some verbs are there which change completely, like catch, caught. A completely new word is used. Bring, brought, teach, taught, like that. There are many common irregular verbs. hit, hit, eat, ate, grow, grew, make, made, break, broke, go, went. So all these are the common ones. So common though at least you'll have to remember for throughout your life. So this you'll have to learn. These common ones are very important. Learn them. Fall, fell, begin, began. The form of be is and are in the present, is and are will become was and were in the past. And how they will be used? I showed you the table. Was will be used with I, she, it, like that, and were will be used for you, they. Win, won, the past tense. Break, broke is the past tense. Find, found is the past tense. These are irregular verbs. They are not following the ed rule. So that is why a different word is used. Sometimes the vowel is changed. They follow any rule. Give will become gave. The vowel has been changed here also. Hold, hold, buy, bought, hurt, hurt, hit, hit. They are not changing. Hit will remain hit, hurt will remain hurt, hold will remain hold, buy will become bought. B-O-U-G-H-T. Usually a sentence in the past tense, a simple sentence of the past tense you will form by using the subject, then the verb in the past tense and the object as I showed you. They taught geography. Taught is the action and who are doing that action? They. So they is the subject and what is being taught? Geography. So geography is the object. So basically subject, verb and object. Subject, verb in the past tense. So this is the basic simple sentence in the past tense. They traveled by bus. They are the subject. Traveled is the action which they are doing and that action is being done by the bus. So it is the object. He lived in France. She played the violin. She sat on a mushroom. So these all are examples of how you can make a simple sentence in the past tense by using the subject, then the verb, then the object. This is the general rule of a sentence. Any sentence, it follows the same rule mostly. Subject plus verb plus object, and verb will depend on the tense. Whether you will use the first form of verb, the second form of verb, the third form of verb, it will depend what tense you are talking about. In the present tense, it is play. In this past tense, it becomes played. And in the third form also it is played. And tomorrow we'll do the rest of this chapter. Till that, this is enough for you. How we make a sentence in the past tense. What all are the rules for regular and irregular verbs that we have covered today. So please make sure to revise this, to watch this video again if you don't understand, and then only this topic will be clear to you. Thank you so much, students. I hope you have understood everything, and we'll meet in the next class. Bye bye.